please remind them to join us here in the hall so we can kickstart the proceedings of the day. Thank you so much for understanding. இப்பதான் சொன்ன போனை சைலண்டா போடுங்க. நான் பாட்டு பாடுறீங்க. Thank you. Just once again a reminder, put your mobile phones on silent. Thank you. Check. Once again, I request you all to please take your seats, to settle down, to kickstart the proceedings of this wonderful day. Thank you so very much. And welcome to the ET Leadership Summit 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, those of you just joining us, please take your seats, settle down. In case you need any assistance, remember our team members are right here. They'd be happy to help you. But take your seats. Thank you so very much. August 23, 2023, 6th. Do you remember what it is? It's Chandrayaan-3. And this space mission was born out of the lessons of Chandrayaan-2. In 2019, our Vikram lander came heartbreakingly close to touching the moon, only to be lost in the final moments. For any nation, such a moment could have been the end of a dream. But for us, it was the beginning of even greater determination. Remember this? ISRO faced public disappointment and scrutiny. Our scientists faced enormous technical challenges. They had to redesign the lander to withstand failures and unexpected shocks. They built stronger legs to handle the harsh lunar terrain. They created new algorithms so that even in the absence of perfect data, the lander could think and guide itself safely. They double-checked every code because a single error could mean the loss of years of work. They tested the engines again and again, ensuring that they could perform the delicate ballet of slowing down from 6,000 kilometers per hour to near zero, gently enough to kiss the moon without breaking apart. On 23rd August 2023, when Chandrayaan-3's Vikram lander touched down on the lunar south pole, it was not just a triumph of science. Chandrayaan-3 showed the world what my country, India, is capable of. But you know what's the most special part of this? Right after the success of this monumental achievement, the director of this mission, Mohana Kumar, visited his school, thanked his school for instilling in him values that helped him handle so many challenges. And most importantly, when he went on stage, he remembered his maths teacher. It was Nobu Muhammad sir who solidified a base in mathematics for me. We were all members of his club where we learnt about mathematical models, and it was such classes combining maths and physics concepts that made us proficient enough to take up the scientific field. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear teachers and everyone from school, this is why they say to make a difference in the life of our nation, if you want to make a difference in the life of a child, become a teacher. Teachers and schools shoulder the responsibility of molding a generation. My namaskaram and salutes to the wonderful teachers here with me today and all the schools who are making my country proud. Please give yourselves a nice big round of applause. Very gentle considering the monumental work that you do. It's national duty. So thank you for joining us. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the inaugural edition of the Economic Times Education Leadership 2025. Today marks the beginning of a very special journey, a platform dedicated to celebrating vision, innovation, and excellence in the field of education. And as you know, education is not just imparting knowledge, it's about creating leaders, innovators, and change makers who will shape the future of our society. And I say this with confidence, the best of ideas will come from India. It's going to happen. And with this thought, the Economic Times has curated this platform to recognize and honor the outstanding institution, academicians, and leaders who have contributed immensely to the growth and transformation of the education ecosystem in Tamil Nadu. You want me to give you one more example? Look at my state, Tamil Nadu today. Number one in every sector. Why? It is because of your contribution. You created the leaders, you created all those people who built my state to where it is today. Also at this point, I'd like to take a moment to thank our esteemed partners for joining hands with us in making this wonderful day possible. Our news partner, Puthiyathalaimurai, our broadcast partner, Puthiyugam, and our digital partner, Puthiyathalaimurai Digital. We now begin the Economic Times Education Leadership 2025 with the welcome address by Mr. Prashant Gupta, South Head, Optimal Media Solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, with a nice big round of applause.
Thanks a lot, Sana. Good morning, everybody. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to the first edition of ET Education Leadership Summit in Chennai. I would also like to welcome our chief guest, Mr. Anthony Lobo, Honorary Consul of Kingdom of Spain and Head of Consulate of Chennai. Thank you, sir, for coming here. Like Sana mentioned, yes, Tamil Nadu has been on the forefront of a lot of initiatives, and education is also one of them. So Chennai has always been known as a hub of learning and culture. From the ancient gurukuls and temple schools to today's world-class universities and research institutions, this city has nurtured knowledge for centuries. We are proud to say that Chennai has home to some of the most respected educational institutions in India. Optimal Media Solutions, which is what I represent and who has put this together, is part of the Times of India group and has been at the forefront in leading, in taking initiatives in the education field. We have, in fact, instituted multiple surveys in the higher education as well as at the school level, which help guide our readers in making the right choice for their education. Education Times, a weekly feature in Times of India, addresses students' needs, career guidance, information about courses, competitive exam preparation, etc. In fact, we have just recently launched a Pan-India quiz, which will be conducted in 26 cities across India, covering 1,300 plus schools, and reaching almost 1 million students. Considering all the great work which Tamil Nadu has been doing for a long time, it is only appropriate for Times of India Group and Education Times to put together this platform to celebrate the leaders who have made all this happen. I would therefore like to welcome you all once again and look forward to a great afternoon of sharing and learning. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. And now with some divine blessings and guidance, the remover of obstacles and the bestower of wisdom, we are now going to witness the devotional welcome dance by Amrit Dhwani with He Gajavandana.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय हे गजवदन वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय हे गजवदन वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय करता तुकहर्ता माता विघ्नाची दुर्वी पूर्वी प्रियं कृपा जयाची सर्वांगी सुंदर विजयपुराची संख्ये जय महाराज फळाची जय देव 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 रत्न खचित कोरा गौरी पुरा चंदनाची उडी कुंकुम केशरा हिरे जडित मुकुट शोभतो बरा झुणझुणती नूपुरे चरणी आ गया जय देव 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 जय देव
कृतताण लंबोदर कृतताण वेंकटेश्वर कृतताण धनत वेंकट कनक वेंकट कनक कृतताण धनत वेंकट कनक कृतताण कृतताण कृतताण
तुम्हा संकट अमुचे विलयाला जाओ
स्तवितो तुम्हा संकट अमुचे विलयाला जाओ
स्तवितो तुम्हा संकट अमुचे विलयाला जाओ हे गजवदन वक्रतुंड महाकाय हे गजवदन वक्रतुंड महाकाय हे गजवदन वक्रतुंड महाकाय वक्रतुंड महाकाय वक्रतुंड महाकाय लंबोदर पीतांबर वंदना सरसोंड वक्रतुंड त्रिनयना रामाचा बाप्पा हे सदना संकटी पावावे निर्वाणी रक्षावे सुरवर वंदना
Thank you. And now welcoming the divine light, and to light the lamp, may I please invite on stage our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Anthony Lobo, Honorary Consul of Spain and Head of Mission in Chennai, Mr. Prashant Gupta, South Head, Optimal Media Solutions, Mr. Jagdish, Branch Head, Optimal Media Solutions, Dr. Advocate Joy Arakal, CMI, Lesu College of Education, Mrs. MP Vidya, Trustee of Everwin Group of Schools, to please join us on stage to light the lamp and invoke the divine light into the proceedings of the day. Thank you. We request our Honorable Chief Guest to stay back, as we'd like to honor and felicitate you. And Mr. Prashant and Mr. Jagdish, requesting you to please stay back to do the honors. Our dignitaries, thank you so much for joining us and lighting the lamp. Thank you so very much. We know how busy you are. Thank you, sir, for joining us. May I now request Mr. Prashant Gupta, South Head, Optimal Media Solutions, to present a bouquet and honor our Honorable Chief Guest, and request you to come to the center of the stage, please. Spain share a strong and steadily growing relationship built on mutual respect, trade, and cultural exchange, and ties have deepened through expanding economic cooperation as well as collaboration in renewable energy, IT, and infrastructure. The India-Spain relationship today stands as a dynamic and forward-looking partnership, and strengthening this further is Mr. Anthony Lobo, Honorary Consul of Spain and Head of Mission in Chennai, who is working to achieve closer cooperation and relationship between the two countries, encouraging and fostering strong educational, economic, cultural, humanitarian, and bilateral trade relations between these two countries. Mr. Lobo is a mechanical engineer from the College of Engineering, Guindy, Chennai, and former Director International Operations of the $4 billion Ashok Lane Limited. He's an alum from the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, an active Rotarian, and is a long-standing member of the Rotary Club of Madras, and also a Paul Harris Fellow of Rotary International. We're truly honored. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, we welcome our chief guest to address the audience. You've traveled 73 countries. Have I got the number right? Oh, 90. Okay, well done. 90 countries.
Note points because I've become a little old now. I can't talk extempore. It's okay, I know. You're doing a great job. Huh? Good afternoon, everyone. I'm truly honored to be here today as the chief guest for this prestigious Education Leadership Summit, where we gather to celebrate excellence in teaching, learning, and institutional leadership. At the outset, I would like to thank Mr. Prashant, Mr. Jagdish of the Times of India Group for inviting me to this important occasion, and for their continued commitment in bringing together educators, leaders, and visionaries to shape the future of learning in the country. Education has always been the cornerstone of progress. It is not just about acquiring knowledge, but also about shaping character, nurturing creativity, and building responsible citizens who will lead the society of tomorrow. True excellence in education is measured not only in academic standards, but also in how institutions encourage innovation, inclusivity, and integrity among students and educators alike. Today's awardees, the distinguished college, schools, teachers, and leaders being recognized, represent the very best of these values. You have not only upheld high standards of learning and administration, but also inspired hope and ambition in your students. Each award granted today is a testament of years of dedication, perseverance, and the tireless pursuit of excellence. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to every institution and individual being honored. Your achievements are a source of inspiration, not just for Chennai, but for the entire country. I firmly believe that the future of education lies in our ability to blend tradition with innovation. As we adapt to a rapidly changing world, we must remain rooted in values while also embracing technology, new methods of learning, and a spirit of continuous growth. Platforms like this summit remind us that when we share knowledge, recognize efforts, and upload excellence, we collectively move forward as a society. It'll be unfair if at this stage I do not speak something about the country I represent, Spain. I do not know if it's appropriate for academicians to send their students abroad at this stage in life, but I would strongly suggest they should move out and experience the outside world. Earlier it was the US, UK, but today Europe is very important, and especially Spain. Every month we have a lot of students going to Spain, because earlier it was only Spanish, but now it is English as well. And there are a lot of things like architects, designers, everybody who are going on a work visa, whether it's for 6 months or few years. And one of the best management institutes is also there in Spain. So I would suggest the universities to look at the possibility of sending their students to Spain, and we'll give them all help. Spain is a beautiful place, one of the it is today the most visited country in the world. It's just overtaken France over the last 6 months with about 93 million visitors every year. And Spain has a population of only about 43 million. It's also, Spanish is the second most spoken language in the world. And I would advise everybody in college, of course they can, English and Tamil is there, but you can also, earlier it was French. But we haven't been pushing Spanish because I think everybody knows Spanish in other parts of the world except in India, which we are trying to do now, because it's the second most spoken. And if you want to do something in your life in future, please learn Spanish. The whole of North America and South America is Spanish, except for Brazil. And even in Europe, it's all Spanish. And if you know Spanish, you can get along very well and do very well in Spain. That is my only suggestion for youngsters, students, and things like that, to go abroad. If not for the US, UK, you can look at Spain, and we'll give you all the help possible. It's also fairly reasonably cheap. And a lot of institutes are giving a lot of scholarships, which you can look at. Do that. Then once again, I thank the Times of India group for organizing this summit and for giving me the privilege to share this moment with all of you. To all the award winners, may your journey of excellence continue, and may you keep inspiring generations to come. Thank you all once again.
Gracias, and thank you so very much, sir, and telling us how our children should be the citizens of the world, and definitely the kind of work that's happening in Spain, especially with reference to sustainability, has been humongous. And clearly, this cooperation is going to go a great way forward with leaders like you at the helm. Thank you so very much. We're going to look at a panel discussion right now, and this is something I'm sure all of you will connect with. We're going to discuss ChatGPT. Take a wild guess, my dear audience. What do you think children are using ChatGPT for? Anyone? You could tell us the kind of things they're using ChatGPT for, and even adults included. Sorry? Homework. Yes, definitely. What else? Homework is definitely one. Are you able to identify when they use ChatGPT? And when it's their own? Yes? Yes. Today I'm going to tell you a little technique in which you can find out immediately if they've used ChatGPT to write the essay. Can anyone tell me what is an M dash? M dash. Okay. So typically when you use ChatGPT to write a script, just like the hyphen, you will get a very long dash between two sentences. It's called the M dash. So if you see an M dash, and someone has been so busy copying from ChatGPT, they would have forgotten to remove it. So then you can catch your children. Is that a good tip? Yes, okay, super. Thank you. On that note, will AI tools like ChatGPT help students enhance their knowledge, or will it diminish their ability to think independently? You should look at the adults. You know how many adults I know submit their blood work, blood report, everything to ChatGPT, asks it to do the diagnosis. Then they go meet the doctor and trouble the poor doctor. So yeah, there is so much that is happening with respect to ChatGPT. Now I'm going to invite our wonderful moderator and the panel. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a one-of-a-kind discussion, because let's quickly invite our luminaries onto the stage. May I invite Dr. Advocate Joy Arakal, CMI, Lesu College of Education, Dr. R. Kishore Kumar, Chairman, St. John's Public School, Dr. Puthiya Thalaimurai MD from Nalanda International School, Dr. Murli Krishnan, Director, Everwin School, Reverend Father S. Can I please have you on stage, dear panelists? Reverend Father S. Silango, correspondent Loyola Metric Higher Secondary School, and the session will be moderated by Mr. Venkat Chinaya, who is a co-founder and director, India Excite IT Solutions Private Limited. He's also an AI consultant and solutions architect. So it is going to be very, very exciting, as I mentioned.
Let's go. Okay.
Can we give them a nice big round of applause? Balama Kait at last, we have the best of the best onto the stage. And over to our wonderful moderator to take this forward. Yes.
Excuse me, can I be here? Yeah, thank you. I'll have this. Good morning, one and all. Welcome to the Times of India Education Conclave. Yes. Today's topic, will AI like ChatGPT enhance knowledge or decrease thinking capacity? I am known as Venkat Chinaya. I come with over 30 years of IT solutions. My focus today is on how AI blend with education, not just as code but as presence. Welcome to Mr. Anthony Lobo, Chief Guest. Yeah. We have here our panelist, Dr. Joy Arakkal, CMI Director, Leshu College of Education, Coimbatore, Dr. Kishore, Chairman, St. John's Public School, Dr. Puviyarasan, MD, Nalanda International School, Dr. Murali Krishna, Everwin School Director, Reverend Father S. Thomas Ilango, Correspondent, Loyola Metric Higher Secondary School. Before we begin, let me tell you about someone special, Shivanaya. I built Shivanaya not as a tool, but as my AI daughter. You must be wondering, what is AI daughter? So, in our conversation in this conclave, we are going to have whether this is about the thought process which is going to be diminished, or the students is going to be interacting with ChatGPT. Before we begin, my work over the years has been with schools, educators and learning systems. Can technology help us think deeper, not faster? This is my question. Can AI restore attention, not scatter it? Will AI like ChatGPT enhance knowledge or decrease thinking capability? That is the heart of today's conversation. And this is not a debate. It is not a race for who uses AI best. It is a sharing from the field, from experience, from values. Thank you to our panelists. Let's begin. So with Mr. Joy. No, you can stay. Okay.
So thank you. So thank you for inviting me as a panelist. Thanks goes to Times of India group. See, those days, let me start with my childhood days. My AI tool or chat GTP was my dad. For anything and everything, I used to go to dad. My father. Any doubt? Then another one, CCTV. In every village, we had CCTV. Those days, men mostly used to sit in the villages or nook and corner of villages. Nobody could escape from their vision. Today, the scenario has changed. Today, if you ask a student in the class something, he is speaking as if he knows everything. There is no delay in transforming the ideas or knowledge. Those days, we had minimum access to the knowledge. Today, with the introduction of AI tool like ChatGPT and other tools, the students community, they are well versed than sometimes the teacher or professors. We have to ask sometimes sorry to the students for giving wrong information, because the following day they will come and say what you said last day was wrong. They will come with the proof. So that much knowledge has come to the lower level. So knowledge explosion is, or enhancement of knowledge is very much with the introduction of AI tools. There is no doubt about that. And that there is no doubt about that. Everybody, all of you will agree. Am I right? Yes, there is a knowledge explosion, and that is reaching up to the school levels, even small kids. Then the other side. So first part is okay, there is enhancement of knowledge. And second part was that whether this is making a student diminish his thinking capacity. So MIT research says if a student, suppose get the help of AI tool, he or she can work 60% faster than the normal students. The time is saved. And that boy or girl can invest more time on something else. But at the same time, same research says, see, it brings down 47% of neural engagement. Same way, 37% of mental effort by an individual. As a result, the thinking capacity is coming down. So, same way, if we see the memory, that also coming down. A child can depend on ChatGPT or other AI tools to write something. But if you ask, after that submission, she or he may not in a position to recall even a single sentence. That is the problem, because involvement is less. So, MIT again gives 83.3% of the students to this category who are not in a position to recall what they have written with the complete assistance of AI tool. So, AI tool can be an assistive tool, not a primary driver. That we have to be, I mean the students or the elders who are using, we have to be the primary source. I used to write articles every week, per week one. So I also use AI tools, but it is for the references. The 2 weeks before I wrote about some topic, fragility of human life, then I was thinking about one poem that is Adiya Attam Enna, Sonne Vartegal Enna, like that. I have heard, I am a Mallu by birth. But when I was in Madurai, I heard these songs often, people quoting. So I wanted to know from where this source. So I just Googled. I got the assistance of AI. So I used it. Same way we can use. Then there is no much problem. See, the other point I would like to see, every child in the initial formation, their brain is called like tabula rasa. In philosophy, we say tabula rasa, that is unwritten slate, unwritten paper. That neuroscientists say like plasticity, neuroplasticity. So it has to be written. It has to be fed to that has to record. From there only, from that base only, it will develop further. So, repeated actions that will record and that will become habit. And we are doing the same thing. If somebody is asking something, what we see, that is repeatedly feeding to our mind. Same way our Naduvar says about Shivani. We had a chat with Shivani, her daughter. I'm an AI daughter. So whatever I ask, she is giving an answer in a particular pattern. So that is the way we have trained. So
Father Joy, sorry to interrupt. No, it's okay now. So you said, like AI, when students interact with AI, their thinking capacity is not, they don't think at all. Simply they get information like copying from the peer, they are copying from some, application. But here, the idea is, Chat GPT is an open forum. But we educational institutions, we are responsible to guardrail the information and to bring it down to students so that it should be the way how it should work is the students should interact with that and it should give them the food for thought. This is the idea. So what do you think about that, Dr. Murali Krishna? So whatever Joy says and yeah.
Good afternoon. I would love to talk to you as a teacher. Till today, I have not used artificial intelligence in any manner. I have not used ChatGPT. But I come across a lot of students, teachers, elders falling prey into this or trapped into this. I see the education system a little differently. The need and the purpose of education is to prepare a child to own his own intelligence. It is not to copy or to fall into an artificial intelligence. The purpose of education is to create a great human being with all his knowledge well built. I understand as a biology teacher, a student brain develops faster only till 8 years. Only an active brain after 8 years can induce the power of thinking into any person. And this particular artificial intelligence or whatever we are talking like ChatGPT gives an artificial support to the children. It is not the real support. We'll be very happy as a teacher if the artificial intelligence or the ChatGPT increases his knowledge or his intelligence. As a teacher, I'll be very happy. But in turn, it reduces the capacity to even think. See, the word think and thinking is a very powerful tool in any types of learning. Here, the ChatGPT withdraws the thinking power from anybody. Today, all of us are more. See, for example, when 3 teachers come and give the leave letter to me, it is the same content. It is not even one line has been changed. Why? They fall into prey. Now, even teachers are. Children would normally go into. Today, as Father was rightly telling, we dependent on our parents to gain knowledge. Today, in a family of 5 or 7 or 8, we don't see them talking. They becoming a prey, surrendering to a small mission in the hand, the handset. See, all the information today are into the small handset, which came into existence maybe 3 decades back. And that is destroying the ability for the children to learn further. Today, information is available everywhere. Where is the shortage of information? You can get information. But what is required based on the information is, how do you think beyond that? How do you convert into knowledge? How knowledge can be applied? No, ChatGPT or artificial cannot do that. And we cannot depend on. I also tell you, it hurts the children. The brain activity is reduced. Brain is becoming passive. And it is not irritating the brain or converting the brain into and it affects the neurological thinking. I'm worried as a teacher today. What will be the future of our children after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? See, for next 15, 20 years, no, the complete learning ability of the children is going to be shrunk. It's going to be crushed. I was listening to a little girl of 7th standard talking in a platform. few days back in my school, and the child was telling, please be very careful. When I crush my paper, I can't make the paper neat later. Are we crushing our children today by allowing them to get into these type of platforms called artificial intelligence, whatever you call it, for sake of nomenclature is maybe good. For sake of talking, I, as a very simple citizen of India, I would like to say, we have to be very careful. We may not know the damage it's going to cause in future. At this point, I leave it in my first round of talk. If there's something else I think I could build on and add on, I can add on to you a little later as the progress.
So that's an interesting point, Dr. Kishore. Now, what is your view, Dr. Murali Krishna, about this? Dr. Kishore, this version is, it's like every version is more important for us because, so we are all responsible to give clarity to the society because especially the educational institutions, right? And we are building future teachers. I mean, we are creating future teachers. So the students, apart from the teachers, the future teachers, what we are going to give them and how they are going to build the society. So what is your opinion?
See, what I believe is 30 years back, calculator, when it came, everybody said it is going to kill arithmetic, it's going to kill math. Nobody is going to think, nobody is going to use their brain. And after that, computers came. It organized a lot of data for us. It pushed out a lot of paper, ensured we are more streamlined. Even then, there were people saying bookkeeping is better. Why you want to use Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint and all that? That is, for every technological change, we have seen an immense growth in our GDP. In the 1990s, I think the GDP was around 300 to 500 crore. And after that, now today it is more than 3.22 trillion in dollars. So if that is the kind of growth rate for every technological change, I believe it must be embraced.
Yes.
Embraced in the positive direction. Today, anybody can do calculation just with the basic numbers. You just need to have the knowledge of numbers. If I'm going to type 343 into 597, are we going to really think?
More of that,
we're just going to explore more.
We have more time to think. Otherwise, you see. So instead of memorizing.
We're trying to actually use the additional time to repurpose on betterment, other thought process. We don't have to waste another 5-10 minutes just for calculation. I can do the calculation, set right, and then do another job. So that is exactly where other tools are coming in forward. Somebody who does not know Tally 20 years back will not find a job today. Very difficult.
Yeah.
So we need to embrace new technology. See, ChatGPT, I would say if you use it in the right way, definitely it is a very good tool. See, for example, Google's Notebook LM, that is a AI product. It's a tool. Any student who does not have enough knowledge, they want to understand more about a subject, you can upload any YouTube video, any YouTube lesson, just link, and then you can also upload random PDFs related to the subject, and then ask it to actually explain the subject. Say chapter 1, you're not having any idea. I can ask it to teach me chapter 1. It's going to summarize chapter 1 for me. Then I can still ask questions. There's also an audio thing. So when I actually click on audio, it will prepare an audio lesson format. Maybe tomorrow you'll also get a video lesson format where somebody comes and teach you. You can pause it in the middle and still ask questions. It's going to answer you. So that is where a student will be more helpful because every student has their own pace of learning. Yeah. Like some could be very fast in learning, some could be very slow, some could need more help. So it is more about that pace cannot be achieved in a classroom atmosphere. It can be achieved only either when you have a special training session with the students separately, or we actually have they have access to this kind of an AI technology where the child is able to spend time and ensure that his doubts are also being clarified. You can also ask questions about that. So that is one way of looking at when it comes to a student level thing.
So as you said, Murali Krishna, see calculators, so it is a machine, of course, okay. So we have been seeing machines a lot, okay. In fact, Google, it's also a machine in the back end because it stores data and we search and we get data. So almost every data is being, it's stored by a human otherwise, okay. Now here, why we are all here, why the world is so concerned about AI is that, it has one thing, that is intelligence. That's more important, you see. So here where everyone are scared, first thing is see what that intelligence will do, and what will happen to the future generation, or what will happen to the planet on the whole. This is the idea. But as you rightly said, God writes how to use that. Okay, and how to, we have to build applications over ChatGPT is an ocean. It's like ocean. You, whatever you say, it will give you an information.
Yeah.
And and one more thing, any AI will hallucinate. Hallucinate is the extensive idea of thinking capacity. That is hallucination. Okay. So these things has to be, arrested, and certain guardrails. Okay, yeah. We have to insert, and this way I think will work. This is
some kind of when it comes to institutes, I would say I'm from school, so I would say around 10 years. I would not recommend any child using system or computer, leave it ChatGPT, whatever it is, any gadget for that matter, because I believe the hand is always the second brain. So that is the most important part when the child needs to actually improve their gross motor, fine motor and other skills. So hand is always second brain. So we need to allow the child to experience everything that is available through doing and actions. And after 12 years, I will say yes, if the child is interested, they can explore, but it has to be guided. It need not be monitored, but it has to be guided on how to use this particular new technology, how to enable them. Earlier we were reading books. After that, we were using Google to search information. Now we are using ChatGPT to get the answer. Yeah. We are not interested to search anymore. We want the answer. That's why using ChatGPT.
Yeah,
that is the important thing. That why the transformations happen is I want my answer immediately. I don't want to look for 10 pages and then look for an answer. That is a major drift. Why? Maybe schools or institutions at a higher level, I can accept an answer from ChatGPT. I will say, okay, you are using ChatGPT. I am okay with it. But you explain how it has happened. Maybe the assessment format has to change.
No, in other way, yeah, of course. Now, see, they keep building. Okay, now the technology evolves. Okay, now the ChatGPT for everybody's information, it is not just stop giving the content what you require, but again it asks you questions. Correct. The way the teachers has a responsibility to enhance the way how students interact with AI, or we need certain boundaries.
Guidelines has to be generated. You have to guide the students.
Yeah.
Because students will typically only ask for answers, but they have to ask for questions.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So it's an interesting point. What is your...
First of all, it's a happy moment to part of the panel discussion.
Thomas Silango.
For Thomas Silango from the Loyola Matriculation School. What goes in my mind, see, any invention, it's always welcoming. Any invention from the human. But the invention are the new things which is a helping tool in our life. That's what the sirs were discussing with us. It's a helping tool in our life, not a life itself.
Yes.
That's what we mean it over here. Okay, any invention is a supporting system in our marital, familial, society, in education, or a personhood. See, we are very much tuned enough with regard to tea. I'm speaking about ordinary tea.
Okay.
It's a part and parcel of in our life. But what I mean over here to explore myself, the 4T which is missing, which is missing because of the new invention. For example, AI, ChatGPT. For example, the first one. What's the first T which is missing here? The originality. The originality. That's more important. The original thinking. Sir was beautifully pointing out that which is most important in humanness. It's nothing but thinking. Thinking is a big gift. Of course, because of the man's thinking only, the new inventions comes. But the originality should not be replaced. The original thinking. That's more important. The first thing, that any AI, any ChatGPT, any invention should not replace the originality from the human. The second thing, what I mean over here, emotionality. See, okay, the AI or a ChatGPT should not lead to the lack of emotionality. Because, see, whatever may be, still we are here because of emotion. Whatever may be, any intellectual pursuit, the emotionality plays a key role. It's a basic thing. That is a big bond between you and me over here. So the emotionality should not be missed over in any invention. The third thing, morality.
True.
That's also very important. See, ChatGPT or AI should not lead the person into the other diversion. The morality is very much important. That's why you are here as being educator. What is education? To me, the simple definition of education to make a man as a human. So, when things goes against the morality, that type of invention is not good for the society.
Sure.
What is the fourth T? What I mean, the clarity. The clarity is more important. Any inventions, there will be limitations. Sir was beautifully telling that, yes, according to we should make a students to get it clear what is a boundary line. So my point over here is that as being a Christian perspective or educationist, the humanness is very important. Any AI, any ChatGPT should not replace the humanness in one's life. That's more important. That's what I just wanted to explore myself.
Yeah. So this is what God rails, like aptly you said, we cannot just leave that intelligence to take over anything. Okay, we need, so here where education, academy, system, people behind that, the one more T is responsibility. We have more.
That's true, that's true.
Yeah, that's right. So here where we have to insist, we have that responsibility and we have to build systems. ChatGPT is an example. It's a company, okay? But the concept, idea is AI is everybody's, even that is a thought once, it is not just came on its own way. Yeah.
Sir, I do agree. So what is missing here, what others' perspective should be differ from the educationist perspective?
Definitely.
That's more important.
Yes.
So we should see any invention should not be a commercialized.
Yes.
See, you and me are not a customer.
Yes.
Not a client.
Yes.
Rather, we are person. We are gifted with the personhood. The personhood and the humanhood has to be carried over for any invention for that concern.
So this is, yes, sir. Puthiyarasan, I forget. That's okay. Dr. Puthiyarasan, my friend. He became my friend yesterday. So we are very close. Anyways, Puthiyarasan, so what is your take in this?
So thank you for the opportunity. As all the panelists said, anything with abundance is always bad. Yeah. Even money in abundance, if you do not know how to use, it causes a lot of problems. As rightly said, AI has a lot of knowledge taken up. But I feel it's not an artificial intelligence. I mean it as addictive intelligence. Because once you're getting addicted to the AI tool or whatever you mean, it's not easy to get rid of it. So my point per se is, in the formal years, if you're using AI, it will kill critical thinking, reasoning, whatever it is. So first, in a phased manner, first introducing to the teacher, making sure the teachers are aware of how an information has to be interpreted. Then, under certain safe and secure environment, students can be given an access. But how you also read a user agreement before entering into an 18 plus things. So it is almost very essential necessity that AI has to be used under supervision. Because nowadays children are very digitalized. They know what, more than the do's, they know all the don'ts. So the first prompt they give is, how do I get my favorite person next to me sitting or doing something? That is the prompt. Because everybody in and around us tell AI as a fun tool. They do not showcase them as a learning tool. That is where the gap is. Once everybody starts telling that this is a learning tool and you have to get a lot of learning out of it, then even the children will look up to it. If suppose a parent is generating an image of a child with the favorite one. So the child looks up to the parent, oh, this is used as a tool for me to get to what my dream is. So that will never get into this. So that is my point. So thank you.
You rightly said, as you said, tool. See, the hammer, it's a tool, okay. Stones, we can make, using hammer, stone can be gone to pieces. But even a piece of art, that is also from a stammer, right? So the way how, it is not about stammer like A, the way how the people behind the stammer and now the people, our student who is trained behind the stammer is more important. This is what Sir also said. Okay, that is, we have a responsibility to train the students as to how to use the stammer. Otherwise, it will break the bones or it will give a piece of art. This is what I feel anyway. Sir, your opinion.
I want to ask you, have we come to celebrate artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, in this program, or have we come to question it? Now, this is where, if we are all come to celebrate it, the banner will be different. But we have come to question it. Why there is a question coming up? Now, as a teacher, when I see my travel, those days, education was more into content. How much of content you know? Then came a new thought process. Concept came into existence. How much of concept you know? Today, all these are slightly pushed back. Now, the most important thing emerging in the international world market is how India is competent India. How I could compete with the other countries. And this is possible only with the youngsters. I don't mind an old man like me using ChatGPT. I don't mind elders using ChatGPT. I'm more concerned about the artificial intelligence and ChatGPT being used by small little children. Even while feeding the child, the little child wants ChatGPT today. And they are more. See, if we are in the fast track, the teachers are on the fast track of using ChatGPT, I'll be very happy. But today, children are on the fast track of using ChatGPT. And the very, very nice years of 10, 15, 20 years of younger age cannot be spoiled. See, I was in Nanyang University of Singapore just last month. And I understand from them, the professors, they do not have any resources. Singapore is a country where do not have any resources other than the human resource. They are working through the education system to develop the human resource. And what is human resource? Human resource is not adding artificial intelligence or ChatGPT, how much you know how to use it. No. The human resource is the power of learning more, and that learning comes only through thinking, and learning is very important at the younger age, and we should have a diversified, and at last I say, essential skills are important for children. In this essential skill context, knowing about ChatGPT is not an essential skill. Essential skill, how I could derive my power of a lot of essential skill, how I can draw, how I can, and if I could draw with a ChatGPT, then why I am? Then what are the purpose of schools and colleges? We need to prove that our education system is powerful to keep away ChatGPT and make the wonderful learning in the minds of youngsters is my little bit of argument as a teacher.
It's an interesting point here.
Yes, first of all, see, any invention, as we all know, what I'm going to say, it's not a good, it's not a new, but there is a pros and cons, any invention, okay? So, let's welcome any invention from the humanness or human good or human mind. But let us admit, accept, but know the limitations. See, where we are missing over, world is taking by the attraction. World is taking by the attraction. So the students are so attracted with the new things to learn, but they are forgetting about the limitations. And the human mind is fragile. We are not controlled. Today, the human mind, it's very difficult to control from the perspective of the teenage or a college students. But as educationists, we have the responsibility to make them to understand what are the pros and cons.
Yeah, that's right.
In what way you will be the limited yourself. Don't take away. It is not a life at all. Beyond the ChatGPT and AI, there is a life.
Yeah, that is.
That's what I mean it was.
So what is your take in this? Because, so do you really think that students has to be away from, at certain age, they have to away from all AI or ChatGPT or anything else, or they need to be, along with the flow?
Up to 10 and 12, no. I honestly say no. After that, definitely we need to guide them on how to use the AI tools. ChatGPT is one tool, Perplexity is one tool, Grok, you'll have a lot of AI tools available in the market, it's always there. So we need to guide them on how to use it. Use it is basically, they should not lose their creative interface. That is very important. Because tomorrow's leaders are only going to be people who are going to solve great problems creatively. Not by physical work. Creatively, who's going to solve? Only they are going to be the leaders. So we need to ensure that that creativity instinct is always built with a child that only education institutions can do.
Yes.
Be it your moral building, your character building, all that human ingredients can only be done by an education institution, only by teachers within a classroom environment, and that cannot be negotiated. That is non-negotiable.
Your thought is the educational system should teach AI as to how it has to be, the training methodology and also
see the industry, whether you like it or not, the industry is using AI.
Yes.
See, today when you go to a software company, they don't hire designers anymore. They hire prompt engineers. Why? There's one software called Bolt.
Yeah.
You type your prompt, you'll get your website
You
ready.
get your application.
You'll get your website ready.
Yeah.
There's one software called Repli. That's an AI agent,
Replica.
coding agent. It will code like the top 200 in the world.
Yes.
You just need to put your code. It's going to do your front end, back end, and give you the code. Some project is going to take 6 months. Is going to complete in
Now,
1 month.
one more thing is there.
So if you're not knowing that AI,
No,
then
bold
who will
you
take
said,
it?
and the other one, okay. The end of the day, it reduces the programming time.
Hours.
That's
Yes,
time.
yes.
But the idea, some human has to be behind the.
Human will not be replaced, sir. Human can never be replaced.
Yes.
In times of calculator, in times of spreadsheet, in times of computer, now AI, human will never be replaced.
It is not about replacing.
Human will only be enabled with more power.
Yes, I'm telling you, it is about thought. This is our discussion. So the thought process will not go away because somebody has to think. Then
You
only
have to think.
Yeah,
You must know what you want
What
first
you
of all.
want first of all.
If you don't know what you want, ChatGPT, leave any AI will not help you.
will not help you.
No,
That's
you
right.
will not get any help.
Here where the educational system has more responsibility.
Yeah, the education system is more responsible in creating thought-provoking citizens.
Yes,
They have
exactly.
to be intelligent,
And
they have
one
to
more
think, they have to
thing,
question.
yeah, the educational system need not worry about memorizing things. See, these decades are gone. Now again we are into that,
Correct.
So slowly it will diminish because we spend more time to memorize, more
They have
time
to be more interested
think, yeah,
in
the
thinking,
reality
in analyzing,
is,
in finding what is happening, questioning what is
Questioning
happening.
what is happening.
Yeah, that is more important.
Yeah, thinking capacity.
And
will-
second thing, there should be important learning.
Yeah.
Learning is lifelong process. I think that if it is ingrained in the student level, because there's always a saying like 10th mudichta mudinju pochu, you're happy. At 11th 12th you're fine. 12th mudichta your college is be fine. After college what will happen? So even now you'll always have a next target. There is
That's
no
right.
end to next target until the last breath.
Yes.
So when is your next target? There's no end.
That's
So learning
right.
is a continuous process. It has to be ingrained when they are a child.
Yes.
Learning and reading. Only if that is there, whatever technology comes, they're definitely going to embrace it. We should ensure that the children is always built with open arms.
At the end of the day, the technology, yes, but the techniques and tactics, we need to teach, we need to give that to the students so that, it is a tool after all. If we guide the students, we educate the students properly, I think this is my field. So we cannot just ignore.
Schools cannot be taken. Schools cannot be replaced because they are the moral building support for any nation.
That's right.
Human building support. So obviously.
Yeah. What is, yes sir, please.
Sorry to interpret. I think certain things to be clear, needs and purpose has to be clear.
Yeah.
Needs
right.
and purpose versus ways and means.
Yes, yes.
So these two areas, when we are clear about, from the point of the educationist to the students, as sir mentioned that 11th and 12th, their mindset has to be different.
Yes.
When they get into the college, but sir is proposing 11th and 12th is not advisable, but things will get changed. Even the 5th standard, 6th standard, maybe not now, later on. Yeah. So, my point over here to insist that the needs and purpose has to be clear,
you are very
and
right.
ways and means to reach in a right way.
The purposeless travel is wandering. Purposeful is journey.
When your purposeful is missing, then what is the purpose that you invented that purpose?
What is your take, Dr. Jack?
Yeah, I come from Kerala. Basically, I did my schooling there. So in my childhood days, I have heard a slogan like this. When Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi introduced more of computer technology and all, one particular political party, I don't want to name the party, computer venda, Thuni Goda, Mani Goda. You understood the meaning of that, no? So, but today, the same party members, they attend the party meeting with the tab and the laptop. So, we cannot say no to any invention, as many of our panelists said. We have to welcome it. But the problem today, as the question of discussion, the over-dependence, whether it diminishes their capacity. Knowledge, of course, no doubt, they have more knowledge than our generation. It is freely available and they know how to tap it. So any innovation, we cannot stop with this chat GTP or whatever is found today. We have to carry forward. Tomorrow, much more than this, we have to innovate. We have to find out. Then, what is lacking in this present generation who are completely depending on this kind of tools, the problem solving, critical thinking, like these things. Unless that is there, we cannot have any new invention. So that part has to be taken care of by educationalists. We, as many of them said, First of all, we have to educate the teachers. Most of our generation, we are digital migrants, not digital natives.
Puthiyathalaimurai, what is your take in this? Puthiyathalaimurai, yeah.
Sir, as everybody said, it's a skill.
Before that, just
yes,
a question.
Yes, sure.
So you said we should not insist AI to up to certain stage. That's what your take, right? Do you really think so? Or
in the formal years, definitely AI should not be introduced. Formal, where critical thinking or problem solving or skill. Because as I said, India is a skillful nation. Once you introduce AI, when there is a hindrance for the skills which is developed in the early years, the skill set is gone. So developing a skill takes a lot of time, human potential years. So that is the only worry. Probably as we all know, AI cannot be taken away from schools and students will not.
Yes,
there is no stop. But introducing about what is do's than telling about the darkest side of AI has to be done in the formative years in a right-phased manner. First, the teachers have to be aware and teachers have to instruct the students. What is the prompt? Like as brother said, prompters, the instructors are to be first got into the school. Because anybody giving a normal prompt will give a lot of abundant knowledge. That is not what we wanted. A prompter or instructor has to be first designated in the school where the teachers are first given a lot of knowledge, how to find in and outs and whereabouts about the AI. Then in a phased manner, let's introduce as a learning tool, which will help them. Only is learning tool, not an implementation part at all. So once you get a lot of knowledge and learning happens the right way, when they grow up and get into the college, they know how to use it wisely. That's the reason.
So Dr. Kishore, see as he said, AI is evolving every day. Okay. So do you really think that we need to wait for certain period to educate this or to give this
I consider this as a social responsibility. I congratulate Economic Times for taking up this issue. Because when I talk, it is not taken to the market. When Economic Times talks, it may be taken to the market. So it is a social responsibility. Today, we are lacking in much of a social responsibility. Any type of books can come into the market, no auditing. Any type of system come into the market and no auditing. We need to plug in an auditing system. What should be given to the children in terms of learning in a classroom? Whether they are from an affluent family or from any society, learning is very important, and children, the auditing system should come into force, whether it is the educational auditing or it is the government-based auditing or expert-based auditing should come. And they are the one who should come and draw a line. For example, schools coming under CBSE or ICSE, state government, should play a very critical role. Rather than asking this and that, when India is growing, when our technological support system is growing, when young minds are growing, that is the future. What is the next 10 years, how India is going to be, not looking from the old rated people, but it is from the emerging Indian young blood. And for them, auditing is very important. Today, pharmaceutical has an auditing. And like that, the education system should have an auditing. How computer education come in, how the STEM education come in, how robotic. See, I was meeting a chairman of a group of institution. He said, Kishore, I'm very happy I went to Japan. I wanted to bring in something into India. Then I was able to bring in robotics into a classroom. And he says, robotics can teach better. And even without the teacher, he said, I don't want teachers hereafter. I can have only robotics. Is that the right way of teaching? You tell me. Now, a teacher cannot be replaced in our system. So I only conclude by telling an auditing system is what, more than you and me talking about it, an expert panel has to come in at the international level. They should talk about this so that we will have a concrete idea in front of us. And that is very important because we cannot play with the life of small children. And that is what is my social responsibility that I could echo to you. Thank you.
So, we all will have 2-3 lines about our past opinions about AA. And here, we have various thought process. It's a thought process, okay? After this session, what is all your take? What is that we learn from each other's ideas? So, let us start from Dr. Murali Krishna. Please.
Yeah. See, overall, I believe the session, for me, the learning key takeaway is, AI is here. Whether we believe it or whether we agree or not, technology in some part is going to be there forever. So, as an institution, our focus should be majorly on human building principles. So that is this is the only area that is not going to change. That is non-negotiable also. Building good citizens and good students, good people is our sole responsibility. And we are going to top it up with other technologies that will enable them to actually compete with the real world.
Yeah.
So that is where I believe we need to build a hybrid system for that. And what we did at school, generally between 9, 10, 11, 12, that is the critical years where students do not know what to do. They might want to actually, some might be interested in engineering, some might be interested in some other subject, but they don't know what they're interested in. Because the lack of exposure, the lack of knowledge. So what we did is, by going to an educational counselor for finding out what career suits him, or by using MBIT tests or strong interest tests and all that stuff, it's going to cost him $3,500 to $5,000 per consultation for whatever consultation he's going to do. What we did is, we did a custom GPT only for students that will going to ask 60 random questions based on different parameters, and then it's going to suggest you career options that is going to be there in different levels based on say it understands that you are interested in so and so activities. It's going to suggest that you can proceed with arts.
Yes.
You can do something in science, or you can do something in robotics, or related to robotics, some other things there. So like that, we've actually done it. When I gave it for free, nobody used it.
Yeah, that's right.
What I did is, then after that, I told 3,500, but slash it. Today, one day, if you use it, it is 0. I got all the students used it. So everybody used and they were able to find it. It's anyway, it's a free tool. Even now, if you go to GPT, you will be able to search Career Finder, FINDR, you will definitely find that. So it's an easy tool.
What is that, your opinion, Dr. Ilango, Father Ilango?
So this panel discussion made me to think.
Yeah.
That's why we all called over here.
Yeah.
As being educationist, what goes in my mind, be aware and be awake. And make the students to be aware and awake and arise and know the limitations of any goodness, of any inventions like this. No, let's introduce to the school or to the college or to use, but how I'm making my students to be responsible by using this. That's more important for me. So I'm welcoming, admitting and accepting the beautiful inventions which comes over. But how far am I responsible to make my students to become more responsible in using? We must take into account of both, different categories of the students are there. Average, below average, and above average. In academic sense, in intellectual pursuits. So we must make them to understand and make them to introduce in a right way. So I, as a person, has got a more responsible than the users, than the person who introduced going to them. So it's eye-opening for me. Thank you.
So, Dr. Kishore, so what is your opinion after this conclave?
I'm very happy we started thinking about ChatGPT, the use and misuse. Many of the agencies come to my school and ask me, we like to address the 11th standard, 12th standard children on the drug abuse. I will never permit anybody to walk into my school to talk about drug abuse, because if they speak to my children for 1 hour, 55 minutes they talk about all the bad things about drugs. And the last 5 minutes they say, don't use it. And children will remember all the 55 minutes of nice talk, and they don't carry home the last 5 minutes of instruction. So we need to stop at a level that we are the one who are hyping the use of ChatGPT in any platform that we go. Today, for the last 2-3 months, and all the platform I've been going, the discussion is more onto the artificial intelligence. And why do you talk about it? When we talk more and more about it, the curiosity increases in the minds of people, and they start using it, reaching it. So I am a pure man. I've never touched artificial intelligence. I know it will only disturb me. I have not used ChatGPT. I am not in a Facebook. I am not in Instagram. Today, 4th standard students are on Instagram, and they are not becoming popular, or they are becoming notorious, and that is becoming a major issue of the behavioral problem in most of the school. And I wonder if ChatGPT and artificial intelligence are going to do, what type of disturbance is going to cause. It is a question which where I end.
Thank you, sir. So, end of the day, yeah, you have.
Yeah. See, the topic is very relevant topic today, as we discussed different angles. And as a person, personally, I believe we cannot say no to all those things. Knowingly or unknowingly, today, whether you acknowledge or not, we all are using all these AI tools. Navigation. We just give the location. We are coming here. I just gave the navigation from airport to here, so I came here. Or other way of search, Google or any other forms, without knowing or unknowingly, we use it. So what I would say from the point of students, we cannot say no. We have to introduce them. Whatever we say no, they are curious. So they are experimenting that. Then they may misuse it. But let us introduce it, but accompaniment. Parents, they have got a responsibility. Just see what my son or daughter is to the technology or whatever may be. And the teachers also, we have to accompany them and give them right direction. And never ever don't think the ChatGPT or any other tools will stop. No. The use will be more. So instead, keeping away, introduce them the right way and teach them ethical way of using and introduce some methodology. If some homeworks they are doing, typing or writing, just have some software to find out whether it is copied or not, as we do in thesis correction and all in the colleges. So plagiarism, yes. So that's what my conclusion. We have to, because it gives a lot of information to children than my time. Than me, what I know from this 50 plus years of experience, they are getting more than that. So I have to salute appreciate the innovation and introduce the right way and accompany them. Accompaniment is the best thing. Thank you.
So to end,
one question I have. See, still you have, you said after a certain period you have to give this education of AA. Still you have that in your mind, or is there any parallel idea after this conclave?
So definitely, AA is a storm. You know the storm is coming. You have to get prepared for the storm.
And it is evolving, yeah.
It's evolving, yes, there's no doubt. It is definite and so evident that introducing at the very formal years will definitely disrupt the skill set. There's no doubt. True. So introducing at a later age with the right do's is a must need. There is no substitute for hard work. Students have to be taught that a primary brain should not be replaced with AI. It has to be like how we say calculator can be used. It can be taken as a secondary brain, but your primary brain has to be developed in the right age. Then only, like how we say artificial intelligence is developed by the human intelligence. Yes. So we put forth the human intelligence first. Yes. At any time, AI may go away. There is a warning committee which forms and say, Sam Altman goes back, say, no AI anymore. There is no open source. Everybody gets that. There's no source to help them. Okay. So as a buddy, it can be helped, but not as a companion or not as a substitute. So that is my final takeaway.
So it should be used as a tool.
Yes, tool.
Yes. Yeah, here. I think this one.
I think sir used it's a storm. AI and ChatGPT storm. Of course, it should not turn into tsunami. Okay, you must be very careful. If it is a storm, we can bearable. If it is turned to tsunami, then it ruins a life. That's what we witnessed in the year 2004. Should not be turned into 2024 to continue.
And one more thing is that storm, we will be able to identify the storm, but tsunami. When it comes, we have to face it. That's how it is,
That's a word in it itself. Okay,
right,
let's be a storm. At least as a human person, we can face it. When it is turned to tsunami, it's very difficult. We do not know what will happen. That should not be in our case.
Very true. So,
in this rate, it will turn into tsunami. That's it. Yeah.
So let us conclude this conclave. It's all good now. All okay with us, right? Before that, I'm sorry, I made a mistake of names in the initial stage, Kishore, because of my nervous. Anyways, so let us conclude, okay? The final mantra, okay? AI will work inside our guardrails. This is what educational institution has to, build the guardrails. So it has to how it should work, as to how the methodology it should be, And ChatGPT is the beginning, but AI, anyone can build AI in recent years. Every educational institution will have one ChatGPT for them. That is how it is going to be. Okay. So the awareness is more important. Okay, for educational institutions. Okay, it will answer only from our approved syllabus and content. First thing, it will never replace teacher judgment. Okay, it is never going to replace a teacher, and never it is going to. And because the thought, as you said, the thought is from the teacher, and thereafter from the student who is going to become a teacher. But AI is a tool. That's the end. Okay, AI is a thinking partner. Student must still keep thinking. This is what I feel. And I am building AI personalities as it is. Okay, so that way, I think these guardrails should help, and educational institutions should see that this should be the responsibility, as Father rightly said. So that's it. So shall we close now? It's all okay, all good now. Okay. Thank you, panelists.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a nice big round of applause. That was superb. That was brilliant. Thank you so very much to our wonderful moderator and to our panelists. Thank you. You may take your seats. Thank you very much for this enlightening discussion. I was at a show earlier, and a renowned minister came to the stage, and apparently he visited a college, and it so happened, group photo, yes. My apologies. Stage, and he shared a story about ChatGPT and AI, about how the student used ChatGPT to write his bio and mixed up two personalities together and created a profile. Since all the educators are here today, I'll humbly request you to please read the Gartner's Hype Cycle. Now, this is a report that comes out that talks about the progress of technology, whether it's living up to expectations or not. And according to this report, it says that right now, AI agents and data are in need of precision, meaning there's a lot more work that needs to be done. And I had asked you initially, right at the beginning, what are students using ChatGPT for? Believe it or not, they're taking ChatGPT's help to handle their relationship problems. They're using it as a therapist. Now more than ever, our children need wonderful teachers and educators. And last but not the least, the one thing that AI tool or ChatGPT can never ever do is predict the future. It can't. If you give it data, it will give you possibilities, but it can never ever predict the future. So the one thing that a great teacher and great schools can definitely do is shape the future. So that is why a school and a teacher can never ever be replaced. So thank you so very much for taking us through and helping us understand AI tools. On that note, to entertain you from Amrit Dhwani, we have the Tilana. It's the Akbar's Palace that you're going to see on stage right now. Ladies and gentlemen, with a nice big round of applause.
தத்தத் ஹே தத்தத் ஹே தத்தத் ஹே திதங் 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 ஹே 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 தா ஹே தத்தத் ஹே தத்தத் ஹே தத்தத் ஹே திதங் 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 ஹே 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 தா ஹே தத்தத் ஹே தத்தத் ஹே தத்தத் ஹே திதங் 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 ஹே 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 தா ஹே ஹே தா ஹே ஹே தா ஹே தா தா ரே தா நீ த ர ர ரோ தா தா ரே தா நீ த ர ர ரோ தா தா ரே தா நீ த ன த ன த ன த ன ர ரோ தா தா ரே தா நீ த ர ர ரோ ததியனா தானா நா ததியனா தானா நா ததியனா தானா தன தோதே தானி 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 தனரனரனரனரனரனி தனரனோ தாதார தானி தனரனோ தாதார தானி தனரனோ தான திக்கிட்ட தக்கிட்ட திக்கிட்ட கத்த திக்கிட்ட கத்த கதிகின தா தே தா தான திக்கிட்ட தக்கிட்ட திக்கிட்ட கத்த திக்கிட்ட கத்த கதிகின தா தே தா தான திக்கிட்ட தக்கிட்ட திக்கிட்ட கத்த திக்கிட்ட கத்த கதிகின தா தே தா தாதார தானி தனரனோ தாதார தானி தனரனோ தாதார தானி தன 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 தனரனோ தாதார தானி தனரனோ தாதார தானி தனரனோ தான தான தகத் தகத் திக 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 நங் 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 திக தான தா 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 கின தா கத் தா தக திக தா தா திக தா கின் தடா ததி தா தக திக தா தா திக தா கின் தடா தடா ததி தா தக திக தா தா திக தா கின் தடா 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 ததி தா தாதார தானி தனரனோ தாதார தானி தனரனோ தாதார தானி தன 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 தனரனோ தாதார தானி தனரனோ தாதார தானி தனரனோ தனரனோ தனரனோ
Thank you. That was truly wonderful. And now to felicitate and do the honors, may I now invite our honorable chief guest onto the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, with a nice big round of applause. May I have you, sir, on the stage. I'm truly honored with your presence. Thank you for giving us your time. Today would not have been possible without the support of our incredible sponsors. We'd request you to please take center stage. May I now invite the representative from Puthiyathalaimurai to please join us. Can I please have you on stage? Thank you so much for joining us and celebrating excellence in education and for being a pillar of support. A nice big round of applause for Puthiyathalaimurai. Ladies and gentlemen. May I now invite the representative from Puthiyugam to please join us onto the stage. And Puthiyatalaimurai Digital, thank you so much once again for being a huge pillar of support. A big round of applause for our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. I know you enjoyed the dance performance thoroughly, so may I now invite on stage Team Amritdwani. Thank you. What you see on stage is a teacher. Makes everything amazing, isn't it? Thank you, that was amazing. So this is how we're going to celebrate the visionaries and leaders. I'm going to celebrate you on stage and then I invite you on stage, all right? So here we go. But before that, I want to say I don't even know how you do it. The most distracted generation is in your hands and you have the difficult job of getting their attention. So thank you for doing what you do. So let's start with the distinguished woman leader in education, Mrs. M.P. Vidya, trustee of Everwin Group of Schools, a university rank holder in civil engineering, an inspiring education leader. Woman, look where she is. She blends academic excellence with a true passion for nurturing young minds. So a big round of applause for this fabulous woman leader, distinguished woman leader in education on stage with us today. A big round of applause for her. Come on. Congratulations. Vidya means education. You're taking it to everyone. That's wonderful. Thank you and congratulations. And next category, Excellence in Strategic Institutional Development. Dr. R. Kishore, Chairman of St. John's Public School, Chennai, launched in June 2012 under the St. John's Rajkumar Education and Research Trust. St. John's Public School was envisioned to break new grounds and redefine what a real school should be. Born from Dr. Kishore's 30 years of rich experience as a teacher, principal and academic leader, the school stands today as a unique institution built on strong values, proven practices and a spirit of innovation. Dr. R. Kishore Kumar, thank you so much for all that you do. I love what you said in the panel discussion. The information that reaches our children should be checked, should be audited. Absolutely. Any chance, any students of Dr. R. Kishore in this room? I won't be surprised. Anyone here? See, look right there. You should clap louder. Huh? I won't ask what age, which batch. We won't get into that. Thank you, Dr. R. Kishore, for all that you do. Our next category, Excellent CBSE School of Chennai. Maharishi Vidya Mandir Mogaper, an institution that blends academic excellence with values, technology and holistic growth, with world-class facilities, innovative learning methods and focus on nurturing confident global citizens. MVM Mogaper truly stands as a beacon of progressive education. Mrs. Radha, the principal and her entire team are on stage, so give them a nice big round of applause. Most of the time, the people who are doing the most difficult and important work are women. So yes, I see a lot of, women in the teaching field, and thank you for doing that because you are necessary. Not that you guys are bad, you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. So nice big round of applause for wonderful teachers. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for all that you do. Once again, congratulations. And quickly, our chief guest is like, why don't you come to Spain and bring your children there? That's the discussion, yes. Thank you. Our next category, Visionary Academic Leader. Dr. Joy Arakal, CMI, a Syrian Carmelite priest, is a distinguished educator, administrator, legal expert, and interfaith leader with an illustrious career spanning education, ecclesial service, law, and social activism. Renowned for his transformative contributions to education and interreligious dialogue, Dr. Arakal has served in diverse leadership roles across prestigious institutions and religious communities, inspiring positive change through his vision and dedication. The LSU College of Education was established in 2007. And it has created phenomenal leaders. Once again, thank you for what you do, Dr. Joy. Were you a student activist when you were younger, Dr. Joy? Dr. Joy, were you a student activist when you were... Yes? Thank you. Okay, right. Of course. Our next category, Excellence in Integrated Sports Training. Dr. Puthiya Thalaimurai, Managing Director, Nalanda Institutions, is taking forward 30 years legacy of his parents, dreamed and built, nurturing the young minds with the seeds, philosophy, and providing state-of-the-art infrastructure with a vision of providing holistic education to students in Krishnagiri, Hosur, and Mettur. Most important university in the world was the Nalanda University, and I'm sure you're taking this Nalanda to greater heights. We need leaders in sports. Puthiya and Puvi means wind, no? Yes, may you succeed more like the wind, Dr. Puthiya and Varthikal. Congratulations once again. Next category, Pioneer Aviation Training College, South India. Dr. Ritik Balaji, the visionary founder and director of Remo International College, a true pioneer in aviation education, established in 2012 with just 6 students. The college has today grown to nearly 3,000 graduates placed across the aviation industry, 21 consecutive gold medalists from Nalagappa University, and a strong network of 2,400 alumnus. Remo continues to set benchmarks in shaping future aviation professionals. Taking our dreams to the skies, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations for being pioneers. Lots of wishes, lots of goodwill on stage. Congratulations once again. Our next category, leadership in institutional growth and expansion. Reverend Father S. Thomas Ilango, correspondent of Loyola Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Kodambakam, visionary leader whose dedication has shaped the school's remarkable growth and expansion. With a rich academic background spanning theology, psychology and law, he has combined intellectual depth with pastoral care to inspire generations. His leadership has not only enhanced educational excellence but also strengthened the institution's value-based foundation. Reverend Father, we're truly honored to present this recognition upon you. I'm from a Jesuit school. One of the important things they teach us is please take care of everyone around you. Be kind. That's what they taught me. Thank you, Father, for all that you do. A big round of applause for this amazing leader on stage. Be kind in this world more than ever. Yes, may I invite the principal and vice principal team to please join us on stage. Vice principal and teachers, welcome. Congratulations to all of you. It is because of you. A nice big round of applause. You know, we don't get opportunities to applaud our teachers, our educators. Today is the day. Do it with your heart. Remember all the gurus, the teachers who have guided you. Everyone in this room is because of a teacher, ladies and gentlemen. All the very best and congratulations once again. Our next category, sustainability and inclusion leadership in education. The Nazareth College of Arts and Science, guided by Dr. Mary Angeline, a leader in sustainable development in Avadi. The college actively promotes environmental stewardship through initiatives like tree plantation, waste management, rainwater harvesting and plastic-free policies. Community programs such as women's empowerment, urban hygiene and skill building workshops impacting thousands of students and residents. Under Dr. Mary Angeline's leadership, Nazareth College not only models sustainability but also inspires students and the community to create lasting positive change. In the era of climate change, this is more important than ever, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Dr. Mary, for all that you do. Very proud to say Tamil Nadu is the only state that has a department for sustainability. And like I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, climate change is critical and here is a woman leader taking it forward. Give her a nice big round of applause from all your heart. Thank you so much. Our next category, excellent contribution to the holistic approach in community engagement. Budding Minds International School firmly believes that education goes beyond academics, focusing on nurturing socially responsible and compassionate individuals, something that AI can never do. Teach you to be this. Through impactful initiatives and sustained community outreach, Budding Minds has enabled its students to engage meaningfully with real-world issues. This recognition celebrates the school's commitment to shaping responsible global citizens. May I invite on stage Anuradha Chandrasekhar, Vice Principal, along with her wonderful team. Congratulations for your contribution to holistic approach in community engagement. Nice big round of applause. Look at the wonderful work that people are doing, ladies and gentlemen. We now invite all our visionaries and leaders to join us on stage for a quick group picture. We would love that. Can I invite all the visionaries and leaders to join us on stage along with your mementos. So we could take a nice big group photo. Much awaiting all of you. Please enjoy, and making these celebrations even more special is we have unusual
hello. Okay, ma. Hello. Sir.
Audio check 1 2 3. Okay, la position okay la. Yes, ma'am. Cash running pace la, no issues. So na campus
Havadi, Nazareth College of Arts and Science.
Times Group வந்து Education Leadership Award வந்து receive பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. இந்த ஈவென்ட் எப்படி இருந்தது? ஸோ இந்த அவார்டு உங்களுக்கு கொடுத்தது மூலமா எப்படி ஃபீல் பண்ணுறீங்க?
ஈவெண்ட் ரொம்ப நல்லா என்கரேஜிங்காக இருந்தது. பிகாஸ் என்னோட அவார்ட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கொஞ்சம் டிஃப்ரெண்ட், சஸ்டைனபிலிட்டி எஜுகேஷன் இன்க்ளூசிவ் அவார்ட். எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் இது வந்து இந்த அவார்டில் இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணதே பெரிய விஷயம். மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் தெம் டு நாட் ரெக்கக்னைஸ் சஸ்டைனபிலிட்டி. அதுக்கு ஒரு அவார்டு கொடுக்கணும், இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் வந்து இது நல்லா பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுறாங்க, அவங்களை எப்படி ரெக்கக்னைஸ் பண்ணுன்றது கிடையாது. பட் அந்த இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் வந்து இது கொடுத்ததுக்காக ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் ஐ தேங்க் the Times Group, and I'm really happy and encouraged to receive this award on behalf of Nazareth College of Arts and Science. இதில் நான் மட்டும் இல்லை, எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து தான் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். இட் இன்க்ளூட்ஸ் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் வந்து பெர்மிஷன் கொடுக்கணும், ப்ளஸ் ஸ்டாஃப் இருக்காங்க, ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்காங்க. எவ்ரிபடி வேர் பார்ட் ஆஃப் திஸ் சஸ்டைனபிலிட்டி. ஒருத்தராக பண்ண முடியுன்றது கிடையாது சஸ்டைனபிலிட்டி. எவ்ரிபடி ஷுட் டேக் பார்ட் இன் சஸ்டைனபிலிட்டி அண்ட் இட் ஷுட் பி அ பார்ட்டிசிபேட்டிவ் அப்ரோச். அதுதான் யுனைடெட் நேஷன்ஸ்னு சொல்லுது. நம்ம தனிச்சு எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியாது, எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து ஒருமித்து பண்ண வேண்டியது தான் சஸ்டைனபிலிட்டின்றது. வாட் நாசரத் குரூப் என்ன பண்ணுதுன்னா, இப்போ ஆவடியை வந்து ஒரு சஸ்டைனபிள் பிளேஸாக மாற்றணுன்றதுக்காக தான் இந்த 5 years, நெக்ஸ்ட் 5 yearsன்றதை நாங்கள் ஒதுக்கியிருக்கோம். ஸோ வி ஹோப் இந்த அவார்டு ஒரு என்கரேஜிங் அவார்ட் ஃபார் அஸ், ஸோ தட் வி கேன் டூ பெட்டர் ஃபார் த கம்யூனிட்டி. ஆமாம் ஆமாம். டெஃபினெட்லி என்கரேஜிங். இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் தான் தமிழ்நாட்டில் நீங்கள் சொல்கிறது நிறைய இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் இருக்குது. இந்த இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் மட்டும் நிறைய இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க, சின்ன லெவலில் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஆனால் இப்போ இந்த அவார்டு கொடுக்கறதுனால தே மைட் ஈவன் ஒர்க் ஈவன் பெட்டர் டுவர்ட்ஸ் சஸ்டைனபிலிட்டி. அவார்ட்ஸ்ன்றது ஒரு இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷனுக்கு வந்து ஒரு மோட்டிவேஷன் மாதிரி, ஸோ தட் தே கேன் கேட்டர் டு த சர்வீசஸ் ஆஃப் த சில்ட்ரன் அண்ட் த ஹையர் எஜுகேஷன் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ். ஐ திங்க் இந்த மாதிரி அவார்ட்ஸ் இன்னும் நிறைய ஈவன் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கும் ஃபேக்கல்ட்டிக்கும் இது வந்து மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் மட்டும் இல்லாமல் ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி ஒரு இன்வால்வ் இன் டிரைவிங் தி சஸ்டைனபிலிட்டி கொடுத்தா இன்னும் நல்லா எஃபெக்டிவாக இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் ஆல்தோ வி ஒர்க் டுகெதர், ஆனால் இது சஸ்டைனபிலிட்டி எடுத்துகிட்டு போகிறது, கம்யூனிட்டிகிட்ட எடுத்துகிட்டு போகிறது நம்ம பிள்ளைங்களும் அந்த ஆசிரியர்களும் தான். ஸோ இன் தட் வே ஐ தேங்க் டைம்ஸ் குரூப் ஃபார் ஹேவிங் திஸ் அவார்ட் செரமனி and recognizing Nazareth Group of Institutions for doing this good job. My name is Dr. Mary Angelin. I am the principal of Nazareth Group of Institutions. I am the sustainable educator and also founding subject matter of mapsdg.com, which is an AI-driven platform. அது வந்து Nazareth Group of Institutions யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கு. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
காலேஜ் ஸ்கூல் எல்லாம் இருக்கு.
காலேஜ் ஆஃப் எஜுகேஷன் லெஸ்யூ இன்ஸ்டிடியூட்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. லெஸ்யூ இன்ஸ்டிடியூட்.
யா
சார், எப்படி ஃபீல் பண்ணுறீங்க சார்? இப்போ டைம்ஸ் குரூப் வந்து இந்த எஜுகேஷன் லீடர்ஷிப் அவார்டு கொடுத்துருக்குறாங்க. ஸோ நீங்கள் காலேஜ் ரன் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க, எப்படி ஃபீல் பண்ணுறீங்க?
See, this award gives us motivation to do little more better. So especially today's topic is regarding AI, ChatGPT, whether it is enhances knowledge and whether it is diminishes their thinking capacity. So we were discussing, and it was an eye-opener. So Times of India and Puthiyathalaimurai TV people all came together and gave us a platform to think whether this AI tool is good for today's generation. And we came to a conclusion it is good. At the same time, we have to be responsible when we ask them to do AI assignments or their studies through the AI tools. So that is the field that we could think a little more better as a panelist and as a participants. We get a little more enlightened. Usually we will think what is our idea alone. In this panel discussion, we got different people's angle, and we could imbibe a lot of new knowledge regarding this. That's the feeling. Once again, I thank Times Group, Times of India, as well as Puthiyathalaimurai and other stakeholders for conducting this beautiful and very meaningful program. Thank you. My name is Dr. Joy Arakel, CMI. Now I'm in Lyceum College of Education, and we have got many schools in Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore, and other parts of India. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, card irukkan kelunga visiting card. Ma'am, வாங்க. இருக்கா கார்டு இருக்கா? ஓகே நோ இஷ்யூஸ். கொஞ்சம் ஃப்ரண்ட்ல வந்துருங்க. ஓகே. மேடம் ஒரு ஸ்டெப் கொஞ்சம் பேக் மேம், லிட்டில் பிட் பேக் போகும். எடுக்கல போலாம். இன்னைக்கு டைம்ஸ் குரூப் வந்து இந்த எஜுகேஷன் ரிலேஷன் அவார்டு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. எப்படி ஃபீல் பண்ணுறீங்க? ஈவெண்ட் எப்படி நடந்தது?
ஜெய் குருதேவ். என்னோட பேர் ராதா வெங்கடேஷன். மகரிஷி வித்யா மந்திர் நொளம்பூர் ஸ்கூல்லேருந்து வந்திருக்கேன். This award is an incredible award for the school where we've got it as Excellent CBSE School of Chennai. So we are very proud to receive this award from Times Group today, and the event was very meaningful, conducted with all ease today, and we are very happy as a school community as a whole. We are very happy to receive this award from the esteemed jury members, and the event was thoughtfully planned, and we are very happy. It was the vision of our chairman, Mr. E. Sendil Kumar, to receive an award for the school, and we thank our management that we've got this wonderful award for our school. As a team, we received the award. That was a special part of the day, and that's again the plan and the vision of our chairman as well. So thank you so much for this award today. Ma'am, Kanchana ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
பொசிஷன் எப்படி நிற்கிட்டோம்? அப்படியே ஓகேவா? எஸ் சார். நீங்கள் அப்படி இல்லை அப்படி இருக்கட்டும். நான் எடுத்து ஃபைட்ஸ் முடிச்சதுக்கப்புறம் குரூப்பாக ஒரு விஷயம் எடுத்துக்கலாம். ஃபஸ்ட் ஃபைட்ஸ் முடிச்சிருக்கேன். ஆமாம், அது ஆடியோ ஓகே சார். இது வச்சுக்கணுமா? அதை ஹோல்ட் பண்ணிக்கிங்க சார், கொஞ்சம் பெட்டராக இருக்கும். போகலாம்ல?
என்ன சொல்லணும் உங்களுக்கு?
அதான் சார், இப்போ இந்த லீடர்ஷிப் அவார்டு ரிசீவ் பண்ணிங்க, எப்படி இருந்தது, என்ன டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிங்க அப்படின்ற
கொஷின்ஸ் கேட்பீங்களா? ஓகே.
இப்போ டைம்ஸ் குரூப் வந்து இந்த எஜுகேஷன் லீடர்ஷிப் அவார்டு வந்து உங்கள் ஸ்கூலுக்கு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. நீங்கள் அவார்டு ரிசீவ் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. இந்த ஈவெண்ட் எப்படி இருந்தது? எஜுகேஷனுக்காக ரெகனைஸ்மெண்ட் கொடுத்துருக்காங்களா? என்ன ஃபீல்?
மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி. த டைம்ஸ் ஆஃப் இந்தியா மேகசின் வந்து முன் வந்து சிறப்பு அழைப்பாளராக அழைத்து கல்வியாளர்களை தேர்ந்தெடுத்து கல்வியை ஊக்கப்படுத்தி கல்வியின் மூலமாக மாற்றத்தை உருவாக்கி குறிப்பாக செயற்கை நுண்ணறிவினுடைய பயன்பாடுகளை பல பரிணாமங்களில் பல தளங்களில் வாதித்து விவாதித்து அதனுடைய மாற்றத்தை முன்னேற்றத்தை சரியான பாதையில் இன்றைய தலைமுறைக்கு கொண்டு செல்ல புதிய தலைமுறை வந்திருப்பது எப்படி ஒரு புதிய தலைமுறை என்ற ஒரு தொலைக்காட்சி சேனலில் இங்கு அமைந்திருக்கு. அதுபோல இன்றைய நாளுடைய புதிய தலைமுறைக்கான அழகான வழிகாட்டுதலாக நெறிப்படுத்துகின்ற நிகழ்வாக அமைந்ததில் மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி. அதில் ஒரு லோயலா மெட்ரிகுலேஷன் பள்ளி கோடம்பாக்கத்தினுடைய தாளராக கல்வியாளராக பெற்று மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி. இவற்றின் வழியாக முன்னெடுப்பதில் மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகின்றேன். ஏஐ செயற்கை நுண்ணறிவு அல்லது சாட் ஜிபிடி போன்ற செயற்கை நுண்ணறிவினுடைய எக்ஸ்பான்ஷன் ஆர் எக்ஸ்டென்ஷன் இதெல்லாம் வந்து இன்னைக்கு காலத்தில் வந்து மிகப்பெரிய அபாரமான வளர்ச்சி தான். ஆனால் எந்த ஒரு வளர்ச்சி என்பது வரவேற்கத்தக்கது. ஆனால் வரவேற்கத்தக்க வளர்ச்சியாக இருந்தாலும் அதனுடைய மாற்றங்கள் அது மனிதர்களை வளப்படுத்துகிறதா அல்லது மனிதர்களை மனிதனாக மாற்றுகிறதா அல்லது திசை திருப்புகிறதா என்பதெல்லாம் கவனம் தேவை. இன்றைக்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய பள்ளிகளில் கல்லூரிகளில் இது போன்ற தொழில்நுட்ப வளர்ச்சிகள் தேவை, அவசியம். ஆனால் அந்த அவசியமே வாழ்வாக மாறிடக்கூடாது. வாழ்க்கையினுடைய ஒரு கருவியாக ஒரு பயன்பாடாக இருக்க வேண்டும் ஒழிய இதுவே வாழ்வாக மாறக்கூடாது. ஆக நம்ம இந்த ஒரு அற்புதமான இந்த செயற்கை நுண்ணறிவை அதனுடைய லிமிடேஷன்ஸ் அதனுடைய வரையறைக்கு உட்பட்டு பயன்படுத்த வேண்டும் என்பது என்னுடைய விருப்பம். ஆகிய வரவேற்போம். ஆனால் அதே நேரத்தில் இதனுடைய ப்ரோஸ் அண்ட் கான்ஸ் இதனுடைய தீமை நன்மைகளை பிள்ளைகளுக்கு அறிவுறுத்தி தெளிவுபடுத்தி பொறுப்புணர்வுகளாக இந்த ஏஐ சாட் ஜிபிடிலாம் பயன்படுத்துவதுதான் மிகப்பெரிய புத்திசாலித்தனம்.
ஒரு காலத்தில் வந்து பிஜி ரிசர்ச்சுக்கு மட்டும் தான் வந்து ஃபாரின் கண்ட்ரிஸ் அங்கே இருக்க யூனிவர்சிட்டிஸ்லாம் போகிற மாதிரி இருந்தது. இப்போ லைக் வந்து யூஜிலே நிறைய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் போக ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. இது மஸ்ட் நீடுன்னு கூட இப்போ ஸ்பெயின் கான்சுலேட் வந்து அது அந்தோனி சார் பேசியிருக்காரு. ஸோ ஸ்கூல் டேஸ்லேயே வந்து இது மாதிரி வந்து நம்ம வந்து ஃபாரின் கண்ட்ரிஸ் போகிறதுக்கான மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணுறது எப்படி?
எக்ஸ்போஷர் இஸ் அ நாலேஜ், எக்ஸ்ப்ளோஷன் இஸ் அ நாலேஜ். சரிங்களா? அதாவது நாம் ஒரு விஷயத்தை தெரிந்து கொள்வதே பல இடங்களுக்கு செல்வதே ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய அறிவு. கட்டாயம் சிறு வயதில் அந்த ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கிடைத்தால் வாய்ப்பை பயன்படுத்தி செல்லக்கூடிய அந்த முறை அது வெளிநாட்டிற்கு சென்று ஏன் வெளிநாட்டுக்கு சென்று நம் நாட்டில் இல்லையா என்று கேட்டால் நிச்சயமாக நம் நாட்டில் போதுமான அளவுக்கு குறிப்பாக தமிழகம் நம்முடைய கல்வியில் முதலிடம் பெற்று வருகிறது. அதை சிறப்பாக நம்முடைய அரசும் செய்கிறது. ஆனால் இன்னும் பல விஷயத்தை கற்றுக்கொள்ள பல புதிய தலைமுறையினரோடு கற்றுக்கொள்ள வெளிநாட்டில் சென்று படிப்பது ஸ்பெயின் அல்லது யூகே யூஎஸ் இது போன்ற நாடுகள் பல கோணங்களில் அது நமக்கு உதவியாக இருக்கும். அதாவது நிச்சயமாக what I mean over here going to the overseas it's something very special. It's a golden opportunity to learn many things in different perspective. So it's always a beneficial, nothing wrong in it. Going over there at the early age, that's a beautiful thing to learn and to grow.